Hi guys, this is Omer from MMOHut.com, and I'm doing another weekly recap for MMO news and announcements for the week ending October 2nd, 2011. Yes, it's October already, and as you can see from the video playing in the background, the first piece of news that we're going to take a look at this week has to do with League of Legends. And the news is that as of September 26, 2011, Riot Games, the company behind League of Legends, released Dominion, the highly anticipated capture and hold game mode for League of Legends. Dominion is a breath of fresh air for the entire MOBA genre and is definitely worth checking out. I personally prefer the classic Summoner's Rift style match, but Dominion still offers something new and exciting. Ignited Games announced it now accepting beta signups for Windslayer 2, and as the game name gives it away, Windslayer 2 is a sequel to Windslayer. The original Windslayer game used to be published by Outspark, but now the sequel to the game will be published by Ignited Games. This new version of the game looks remarkably similar, but the game will offer many enhancements to the original game, including a mentor system, AI-enhanced pets, a broad selection of character classes, monsters, quests, and a whole bunch more. No release date is set for the game yet. Up next, guys, on September 26, 2011, Area Games came out and previewed the next update for Eden Eternal, which is coming sometime in October. The October patch for the game will raise the level cap from 55 to 60, introduce a new Templar class, which is the third on the defensive tier list, and it will also add player housing. Also including this upcoming update are new daily quests as well as new maps to explore. No set release date has been announced, but again, it will launch sometime in October. Next up, guys, on September 27th, 2011, the Lord of the Rings Online Rise of Isengard expansion went live and is available for players. It raised the level cap to level 75 and adds a new 24-player raid to the game. Also included are over 400 new quests, tons of new stuff to explore, but the expansion has to be purchased in the game store. But guys, on the bright side, one premium feature of the game called Monster Play is now free to play for everyone rather than just subscribers. Hopefully more aspects of Rise of Isengard will be free to play in the near future. Next up, guys, on September 27th, 2011, Perfect World announces a brand new MMORPG called War of the Immortals, an action MMORPG that'll be coming to North America hopefully soon. The game is built on the Cube graphics engine and looks a lot like Battle of the Immortals and will feature 8 classes at launch. Some other key features in the game are destructible environments, territory wars, pet soul system, guild housing, and many more. There is no firm release date yet for the game, but hopefully it will launch soon. Next up, guys, Brawl Busters, their third-person MMO shooter / fighting arena style game, began its closed beta testing phase 2 on September 28th. New content in the game's second round of closed beta include a new map called Pinball Avenue, new weapons, and new costumes. The game's network infrastructure has also been improved to reduce pings in-game. The game is published by Rockkeeper Productions, and there is no firm open beta date, but hopefully it comes around soon. Up next, guys, on September 28th, 2011, Perfect World came out and announced that Rusty Hearts will be launching its latest expansion pack dubbed Awakening on October 11th, 2011, which is coming up real soon. The update expands Cathedral Hub, increased the game's level cap to 30, and introduces a ton of new content including over 120 quests and 500 new items. Players can also expect new dungeons as well as minor bug fixes and all that good stuff. And again, guys, the update is launching on October 11th. Next up, guys, is a bit of interesting news from Conquer Online, and the news is that the game is actually launching on the iPad, which is actually one of the first free-to-play MMOs on the iPad, but I do suspect more MMORPGs and MMOs will launch on mobile devices and tablets in the future. The video you're seeing right now is the official trailer for the game's iPad version, which has the same exact classes and the same game world as the PC version, but TQ Digital didn't specify if the games would share servers or have different servers or not, but we'll find out when the game launches anyway. And yes, guys, it is free to play, and it is launching sometime this fall. Up next, guys, yet another expansion pack for MapleStory is now live, dubbed MapleStory Ascension. One of the key features in MapleStory Ascension is tweaks to the game's wedding system, where players must sign documents of commitment before getting married in the game, and they get rewards for staying to their commitments, which is actually a push by Nexon to keep players in-game married, because they released some interesting statistics that 75% of in-game marriages on MapleStory end in divorce. Most likely because one guy realized the girl he married is actually a guy as well. Also including the update, guys, is a new area called Monster Park where players can quest and find new monsters to kill. Up next, guys, is a bit of older news that I forgot to mention last week, but the news is that Combat Arms launches Remaster, which is the second part of the Fusion update for the game. One of the reasons why Combat Arms is such a popular MMOFPS even today is because the game is updated so often. It's got so many weapons, game modes, and all that good stuff. This latest update added a new line of weapons in the game's Gun Emporium. The Emporium interface has also been streamlined, making it easier to use. Also including the update is the new Piazza Search and Destroy map. Well, guys, that's it for MMO news, but as for games coming soon, we have nothing, but as for games recently launched, we have a few games to look at, and the first one is Vindictus Europe, guys. Yes, Vindictus finally launched in Europe on September 28th, actually, and that's the game's open beta. And fear not, guys, the game's open beta, also dubbed pre-launch, will have no character wipes, so the character you make, you will actually have when the game launches. I'm still not exactly sure why Nexon decided to wait so long to actually launch Vindictus in Europe, but you know what, the game is out now, so you can finally go ahead and play it if you were waiting for it. The next recently launched game is City of Heroes free-to-play. Now, the game is actually not new itself, and the game used to be pay-to-play by NCSoft, but now it is officially free-to-play up until level 50. Though it has some restrictions, all of the content up to level 50 is free. Since Champions Online actually went free-to-play earlier this year, there's no surprise that City of Heroes also went free-to-play and joined the many other pay-to-play games gone free-to-play. Free-to-play users will have access to most of the game's content, but won't be able to access some of the expansion content in-game unless they buy it separately. There are actually a lot of little restrictions for free users. You want to check that out on the game's official website before you jump too far into the game, because you can only have 2 character slots, you can't join super groups, and there's a lot of other little things that restrict you in-game. It's still cool to see the game dropping its subscription though, but if you want to play the game for the full experience, you can still subscribe for full VIP access to City of Heroes. Yet another game that launched this week, guys, is Ghost X Ultimate, which launched into open beta on September 28th, 2011. Now, the game itself isn't exactly new, but it's a revision to the original Ghost X game. Basically, just a big update for the game. And for those that didn't know, the game is published by GameKids, the same company behind Freestyle Street Basketball. The next and last bit of news / release info this week, guys, is Dragon Nest officially launches with Saints Heaven. Basically, Dragon Nest launched from open beta into full release. The game's full release launch comes with an update which introduces Saints Heaven, a new save that includes a main quest, daily quest, and many more. The game's level cap has also been raised to 32, with new skills for each character's specialization. Also added over 250 achievements, 10 dungeons, faction vendors, and new season or PvP ladder shop gear. Anyway, guys, that's it for MMO news and announcements for the week ending October 2nd, 2011. Now, if you want to read about or learn more about any of the news mentioned in this video, simply head on over to MMOHut.com/news. And if you want to discuss anything in this video, simply head on over to MMOHut.com/forums. Anyway, guys, this is Omer, signing off.